My name is Jessie Smalo, and I'm the Executive Director of the Maranyundo Initiative, and we are so excited to see so many of you here today in person for the first time since 2019, celebrating here at our Isi Yagutse event. For those that don't know, Isi Yagutse means the world has widened in Kinyarwanda. And just like for so many of us here in the room today, the world has widened for many students in Rwanda over the past few years during COVID. During lockdowns, students were able to continue their studies with their mobile devices and are now using technology such as laptops, projectors, and stronger internet in the classroom and across campus. We are so excited today that Sister Laetitia, look for her, the new head of school of Maranyundo, is able to join us here in person for the first time.
Yes.
Now, before we get started, I hope everyone had a chance to look at the 3 beautiful gift baskets and bags outside that we're going to be able to do our silent auction, and we'll announce after the program today. So you'll have a bit more time to look at them and bid if you haven't looked at them already. We'll also be giving away some beautiful Rwandan baskets for anyone who's donated today. So at the end of this program, we'll ask everyone to put your name on an envelope if you have donated. And Skylar and Jair, who are also somewhere in the room, in the back, will go around and collect at the end of the program. And also, I just want to say, please stay around after the presentation today, as there will be plenty of food and drinks for everyone to mingle outside. So now I'm going to invite up the chair of the Maranyundo board, Kaya Miller-Goldstein.
Thank you so much, Jessie. How about a round of applause for Jessie? Do you know how much work went into that work on it deserves a round of applause, but we know it all falls a lot on our first employee, Jessie, so thank you for all your hard work. So good afternoon, everyone, and a warm welcome to all of you. We are so happy to be IRL, in real life, as they say, not on Zoom. Today we're celebrating the many ways in which Isi Yagutse, the world is widening for students, teachers, and teachers at the Maranyundo Girls School, and the communities beyond the school. Maranyundo is the story of a small school having a big impact. Some of you in this room have been part of the story, of course, since the very beginning. Others are newer, and others are here for the first time. To all of you, Murakoze Chane, thank you. Thank you for helping to write the story of the ongoing story of the Maranyundo Girls School. Trust me, this story could not be written without each and every one of you. You've all done your part. Since we were last together in person in 2019, the Maranyundo story has experienced some unexpected and dramatic plot twists. So before COVID, Rwanda was well on its way to transformation following the unimaginable tragedy of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsis. Okay, go down the list. Economy booming, investment flowing, poverty plummeting, zero tolerance for corruption, tourists flocking to the country, everyone united around a common vision, and as always, a relentless focus on results. Education plays a pivotal role in a country like Rwanda, a small, densely populated, landlocked country in Central Africa. With few natural resources and an overabundance of people, the country has put investing in people at the center of their long-term vision. So when the pandemic hit, in true Rwandan fashion, its COVID management was really the gold standard. When asked by skeptical outsiders where Rwanda would store vaccines if it got them, President Kagame famously quipped, "In Rwanda, we store our vaccines in people's arms." Despite the excellent management, the negative impacts of the pandemic really reverberated throughout the country. and exposed vast inequities, including access to technology, internet, and remote learning. Enter the Maranyundo Girls School, a top school in Rwanda, run by the Benabikira sisters, highly respected for academic excellence, unwavering compassion, and heroism during the genocide. So the COVID plot twist required the school to completely rethink how to deliver that academic excellence. Success on that front led to the second plot twist: what to do about the vast inequities that had become glaringly apparent during the COVID closures. Did Maranyundo have a role to play? Spoiler alert, Isi Yagutse, the world has widened. I'm thrilled that Maranyundo's third head of school, Sister Laetitia is here with us today to share that part of the story. So let me brag about her for a moment. With an undergraduate teaching degree in computer science and mathematics from the Kigali Institute of Education, a master's in educational planning and management from Catholic University of Eastern Africa in Nairobi, 7 years as the inaugural Benabikira head of Fawe Girls School in Kayonza, and the youngest member ever elected to the board for the Benabikira congregation, Sister Laetitia was not only ready for Maranyundo, but fearlessly took on COVID as well. In 2021, she was recognized by Rwanda's National Council for Science and Technology in collaboration with the Rwanda Association of Women in Science and Engineering with the Champions of Science Award. That was for her outstanding contributions to encouraging, inspiring, and promoting women and young girls in STEM. And the award committee highlighted her advocacy for laptops for advanced level students to allow them to do further research in their fields of interest. Sister Laetitia has a heart of gold and endears herself to students and faculty. In fact, 2 of her former students came to visit her, heard about the student laptop program, and donated 2 laptops. So that was amazing. And if that's not enough, she speaks 3 languages, Kenya, Rwanda, French, English. I could go on. Before I invite you up, Sister Laetitia, we have a short video directed and produced by a Maranyundo alum, class of 2018, Daniela Umuziranenge, who will transport us back to Rwanda to hear from the Maranyundo Girls School and 2 additional Benabikira pilot schools. So let's take a look at that video.
Welcome to Maranyundo Girls School in Rwanda, which has been providing excellent education to high-performing girls since 2008. The COVID pandemic revealed both the power of technology to enhance student learning and the significant gaps that exist. Maranyundo students benefited from technology, enabling remote learning and continued their stellar performance. The Maranyundo initiative is now supporting efforts to bring similar opportunities to more schools, more teachers, and more students. Isi Yagutse, the world is widening. Let's take a look.
The computers has made the work more practical than theoretical.
The level of education has been significantly improved.
The quality of education has tremendously increased. Before it, we are facing some challenges like students not researching, but after getting them, it has promoted research skills among the learners. It has enabled us as teachers in preparation of documents, schemes of work, lesson plans, among others.
Having the computer labs, tablets, and all the IT requirements here at school, it helps us to apply the theoretical concepts that we're learning in the classroom to gain skills, and also it helps in research purposes.
Yes, this is the soil moisture sensor. It senses if there is moisture in the soil. If it's not, then it's an LED light, and the Arduino board which is used to sense if it has water in the soil.
The What Science Labs helped me. It helped me to be very innovative. Always have the science fairs last year that were taking place. And what it helped me, I did what is called an incubator. And I did it from my science lab. And that's what it helped me.
Students may finalize one the works from the discussions, and after discussing they may also refer to different resource engines. That's where they may get more information, then they compare with what teachers are teaching, then they come up with different ideas.
Thinking is a computer that allows you to sense what's on the ground by using foils, paper foils, and through those you can send a signal from the foil to the board, and the board sends the signal to the computer as they are all connected. This will help us to receive sound as a reply from the signal. Hence you can play like piano to this board.
After graduating, I think that it will be easy for me to use them in my works or in the university.
It's going to help us to get more skills about biology, chemistry, and help us to reach where we want and become doctors and help the country in general.
Once those materials continue to be increased, I think and I expect and I'm sure that the quality education in this school will be improved. Because once we have so many materials to use in the teaching and learning process, our students will also be able just to be connected all over the world.
As nowadays we are in the world of technology, also in our school, all teachers are becoming aware of using technology. I hope also in 3 or 5 years, as the school is passing 100%, it will continue. Even the student, they will be able to use those ICT equipments. Because in class, they are seeing how we are making research, how we are using the projector, how we are teaching. Even those 3 or 5 years, even the students we are producing from this school, they will be able to give the knowledge they have got from this school outside in the society.
I would like to say thank you so much for this Maranyundo initiative, because seeing the results that we are getting even in this year, it is due to those materials that we have got.
Really grateful to Maranyundo initiative and Tech Equity. We may only summarize this by saying thank you very much. Thank you very much to the Maranyundo initiative and Tech Equity.
And now I'd like to invite Sister Laetitia, head of the Maranyundo Girls School, to the podium.
Bravo. Yeah, thank you, Kaya, for a good introduction. And I'm very happy to be here face to face as I recognize some faces from Zoom. For the last 3 years, I'm very happy to have this opportunity to speak today in this Isi Yagutse event and share what has been happening at Maranyundo Girls School and our vision for the future. I started, as she said, being a head of Maranyundo Girls School in January of 2020 when I came with COVID, and my nickname at the school, people who attended boarding school, they know we have a lot of names from students. Mine is Mama COVID. When I first learned from my superiors I would be heading the Maranyundo Girls School, I knew it would be a big challenge because Sister Juvenile, who is here present, and had done the school so well for many years. And the school had a good name, good reputation, and good results. It was among the top schools, and I said, I have to keep that good name and those high standards. I came with plans, ready to meet challenge, but the challenges were ever bigger than I imagined. My first achievement in Maranyundo School was closing the school due to the global pandemic and sending the students home with no idea when we would reopen. Everything we have done since I have been the head teacher of the school has been influenced by the pandemic, and it is why I have given that name I was saying. Maintaining the reputation for excellence at the Maranyundo School became quite different because of the pandemic. But through you, all of you who are here in Maranyundo Initiative, we had smartphone program to keep in touch with everyone and give the students and families that were struggling to have computer and smartphone. The support and remote learning contributed to excellent performance on the 2021 national exam. We also saw the increased need for mental health counseling. When we first reopened the school, the students were not allowed to return home, even during holidays. They were in tears as they stood in line to talk to their parents on the phone every other week. They were fear and trauma. We now have a full-time counselor to support the students, and that is new program, new department at school, because students faced many trauma, a lot of trauma because of the pandemic. That experience of COVID was important for us. We saw how technology was not just a tool during school closures, but that it could benefit teachers and students even when schools are open. We now have a one-to-one teacher program, laptop program, and a one-to-one student laptop program, especially for upper students. Almost all of the class of 2021, and I saw one here, Yvette, merci, already received acceptances at colleges, both abroad and in Rwanda, and they are heading off to new experience and taking their new laptops with them. This year, our students also performed well. 84% of senior 3 students, those are lower secondary, scored in the top tier on the national exam. 40% got the highest marks possible, and 2 of the students were among the top 10 in the country. Wow. We are so proud of We are so proud of every student and teachers, and we know that when the results for the senior 6 students come out, we will be equally proud of them. We know that opportunities students had at Maranyundo during COVID were more than other schools. In our student survey about remote learning, one senior 3 student asked us saying, please do for other schools what you are doing for Maranyundo. That was part of the inspiration for the pilot project with the other schools you saw in this video, and captured the spirit of what we are now doing to create learning hub to benefit students, teachers, and schools beyond Maranyundo School. I would like to say a few words about that Maranyundo Learning Hub. The heart of the Maranyundo initiative is Maranyundo Girls School. Even though we are extending support to other schools, Maranyundo Girls School is like the firstborn child. We know that the younger siblings benefit always from that firstborn experiences in learning, and the firstborn is always the role model for the young ones. Our vision is to extend critical resources and programming to teachers, students, community members, and schools in Bugesera district where is Maranyundo Girls School, and throughout the Benebikira network, emphasizing digital literacy and improved the STEM learning with strong connection to society needs. We have plans to build a training center on the Maranyundo campus and use the 16 other Benebikira schools as satellite learning hubs for broader impact. Last year, in 2021, we launched the Maranyundo Learning Hub. We hosted a Makerspace Day and invited 45 students and some teachers from neighboring schools to see what we were doing. Those students and teachers began asking, how can we also have equipment and start a club and use these approaches in our classes? The Maranyundo initiative helped us launching a pilot project with 10 Benebikira schools and 10 Bugesera schools to develop their own makerspace and makerspace movement within their schools, supported with grant and training from Tufts Center for Engineering Education and Outreach. I would like to conclude by expressing my appreciation for the support and encouragement for the Maranyundo initiative and all of you here today. We have big dreams for our future, and we appreciate the partnership that we have with all of you in helping us realizing the future we envision. I can finish welcoming you at Maranyundo Girls School, not only on video, but face to face.
Wow. Thank you, Sister Laetitia Murakoze, for sharing the latest activities happening at the school and the incredible Maranyundo Learning Hub, already reaching hundreds of teachers and numerous schools across Rwanda. We're so grateful for all you do in supporting these amazing initiatives. We hope the stories you hear today continue to inspire all of you. A bit later, I'll tell you more ways of how you can continue to help these wonderful Maranyundo students and students throughout Rwanda. So get your phones ready. for now, I'm going to introduce you to our fabulous Maranyundo alumni who are here with us today, who are going to share about their time at Maranyundo Girls School and how their education at MGS prepared them for where they are today. They'll also share about their excitement how the Maranyundo Learning Hub is reaching more students, more teachers, and more schools across Rwanda, providing access to the same kind of educational opportunities that they had at the Maranyundo Girls School. Our first speaker, Chantal Umahoza, graduated from Maranyundo Middle School in 2012 when there was only a middle school. She went to the College of the Holy Cross, majoring in physics, then received her master's in science in electrical and computer engineering from WPI, and now works as a power systems engineer. Our second speaker is Mercy Mukasafari, who recently graduated from Maranyundo High School last year in 2021 after the COVID lockdowns. She is now studying at Wellesley College, majoring in economics and math. And our third speaker is Kelia Karambuzi, who also graduated from the Maranyundo Middle School in 2014, and then was part of the pioneer class of the new high school in 2015. She graduated this past May from Wheaton College, studying biochemistry in the pre-med program, and is now working as a research assistant at the Mansfield Bioincubator. So now, if you all would like to come on up. And Chantal, we're going to start with you, so if you want to come on over. And I'll let you.
Hi everyone, my name is Chantal Mwaza. Thank you, Jesse, for the introduction. And I was, I think, the third cohort of Maranyundo when it started, so we only had the O-level, so that's the lower classes at the time. And just asked me to talk about how the Maranyundo experience helped me with my career and my studies at the time. And I probably wouldn't be where I am now if I didn't have the foundation that I had at Maranyundo. So when I think back of how I'm 12 years old and, you know, being the first time away from home, and then you all meet together at Maranyundo and you're all going through the same experiences, and being under the leadership of Sister Juvenile at the time has just been such a great foundation for teaching me to be responsible and to be accountable in both school and also in real life. So I remember when we were studying for our national exams, Sister Juvenile would be inviting teachers from other schools that were well known, and even from the Ministry of Education, to come and give us lectures just to see how we're doing in classes and test us. And knowing that someone was out there trying to equip us with all the knowledge we can possibly get, just give us all the more energy and focus to try to do as well as we can, to show her that we appreciate her looking out for us. I didn't continue at Maranyundo. I went to another school called Kashora, but even then Sister Juvenile would be checking on us, asking us how we're doing, and just keep trying to see how we're doing even after Maranyundo. So I was able to come and go to Holy Cross University. It's a small college. I didn't know everyone, but even then Sister Juvenile reached out to me and introduced me to Mike and Maureen Rutgers, who have been my second family here, who have looked out for me in every way possible. So just having those people looking out for you and, you know, trying to make sure that you had everything you need, it's just, there's nothing you can do except doing better and trying to be the best you can so that you can also help other people in the program. So I'm really excited about this Learning Hub theme and how it's going to help even more students in the country, not just Maranyundo students as well. So I'm very excited to see what their future is going to be. Thank you. Chantal just said. And that just shows the more of what the Maranyundo community is. It's not just a school, but it's a family. And me growing up in a family where they teach you respect, leadership, and discipline, which is our 3 pillars, it shaped me into a leader I am today, but also more of random cores that are just coming back in reality, and has allowed me to be where I am today as a research assistant and being able to connect with all of you and do what I'm doing right now. And the discipline was not just the word, but also was put in action. I would like to quote what she used to tell us at every morning assembly. She used to tell us that time wasted is time gone. And so if you waste your time, it's wasted. It's not coming back. And that word always reflected. I always reflected on those words because every time I waste time today, procrastinate, I'm realizing, oh, time wasted is not coming back. And so I'm always able to reflect on those small mentorship sessions that she used to give us and realize that we are here because of the small foundations. We're here because of the few times they used to be strict on us, telling us to go and study, or a few times where you would be in trouble doing some mistakes, because every student, every kid always makes mistakes, but learning from those mistakes was what has allowed us to be staying here today, being able to compete with other schools or other students from other schools and be able to make it to schools here abroad, right? And the mentorship, as I mentioned, has also allowed us to be back and being able to give back and connect with those who are still Maranyundo. It is always a pleasure to meet people like the headmistress right now, Sister Laetitia, because it allows me to realize that I can always reflect and give back to the school that has shaped me to who I am today. And that just goes back to the culture of Rwanda, where we don't like to be rich by your own, right? To just always growing up by yourself. You face the tragedy and we don't like to always go back. And so this new learning hub is really exciting because Maranyundo will not just be growing by itself, but it will be growing with other schools, not just the Benavicata, but also the other schools in the community. We don't like seeing Maranyundo being shining in the whole district. What about the other schools in Yamata and other schools in the area? So I would like to thank Maranyundo Initiative for always really working behind the scenes and making all this possible. Sometimes we used to have books, not knowing where it's coming from, but it's always the hard work. Some of those books, we used to just not realize that it's not helping us read, but also shape us to become better readers and actually help those around us. And so it has not only just shaped us into the scientists and different engineers that we are today, but the Rwandans that we are today. We're very proud of that. So thank you so much. Thank you. My name is Safari. I think I'm the only one of the 3 of us who has ever worked with Sister Laetitia through the pandemic. Yeah, so I want to talk a lot more about the pandemic and how the access to technology has really shaped us. So it was like a scary time to all of us, because the moment she came to our dining hall, it was in the morning, and she was like, you guys are going back home tomorrow morning. It was crazy because we were all thinking, what will happen to us? What will happen on education? What will happen? It was just so real, like the future was not like, we didn't see where we were heading, and that is a scary thing. But when we got home, our school just started this online classes program, but then we faced another question. Like some of my classmates were telling me that we don't have access to technology, we don't have phones, how are we going to attend these online classes? And then they helped us with phones, so people who could not access phones, they could access phones. And then that was a great thing, because then we would come back to school after the pandemic and we're not lost, we're still on track, and that is a very important thing for students. And when we got back to school, she introduced the computer program. At first, we're like, okay, what is this going to do? Because sometimes we present with an opportunity and then we don't know how well to use it. So Sister Laetitia told us that we could start by doing some research. At our level of education, we thought like, research at our level, we're still in high school. Why do we need research? But then she gave us ideas, like we're interested in something. Why can't you start now and research about what you're interested in? And then we took like a research program in the term before we finished Maranyundo. And I remember I took a research in why the numbers of Rwandan women in science were dropping. it was an incredible research because I didn't even realize that they were dropping because I was around women who are in science that I didn't realize that when you get to higher education, our numbers actually drop by a big percentage. So that is a thing that up to now I'm still like working on, and it's a thing that I'm going to work on. And I thank Sister Laetitia for letting me have that opportunity, because right now I know where I want to help my country with, and like it's a journey that I said it before. And I want to thank the Maranyundo initiative because I can see how much this has helped me and my classmates. So I'm so excited about the hundreds of others that are going to be impacted by this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was so impressive, and it's always great to hear it straight from people who are experiencing the education. And I hope to involve all three of you somehow. So we know where to find you. So we're very excited to hear your enthusiasm about the Learning Hub, because we're going to need your advice. And you thought it was crazy that Sister Laetitia was asking a high schooler to do research. We're going to ask you to do some research for us. So thank you for that panel. I hope. How about another round of applause? So the next speaker, who is on video, has been a regular guest at this annual Maranyundo event for years, and we are honored to have her remarks and to count her among our Maranyundo family. Ambassador Mathilde. She's one of Rwanda's many impressive women leaders and role model for many. She is an invaluable resource for Rwandan students studying here in the US, including a growing cadre of Maranyundo alums. She hosts student reunions. She strengthened ties among students, Rwandan students at colleges here in the US, and she provides critical support as they adjust to a totally new life thousands of miles away from home. Providing support for others is in the ambassador's DNA. After devastating personal losses of friends and family as a result of the genocide against the Tutsis, the ambassador channeled her resilience, training students at the National University of Rwanda to provide trauma support to survivors. She also co-founded the Friends of Rwanda Association to support survivors by building schools, teaching vocational skills, and providing housing. Her experience in trauma support is once again in high demand, as the mental health toll, as we heard from Sister Laetitia, from this COVID-19 pandemic reverberates across the globe for all of us, for people everywhere. She is an invaluable resource for government and individuals alike. Her Excellency Mathilde Mukantabana, Ambassador of the Republic of Rwanda. Let's take a listen.
Daughters of Maranyundo Initiative, Friends of Rwanda, good afternoon. Thank you so much, Kaya, for your kind invitation once again to address this important audience. I'm truly honored and pleased to be included in the annual signature event. It's an opportunity also for me to acknowledge the Maranyundo initiative as one of Rwanda partners that is helping us achieve our vision. Let me commend you, Kaya, and the board for your sustained efforts in keeping this initiative in the forefront of all your engagements. Despite the lingering effects of COVID-19, it's an exciting time of growth and change in Rwanda. Rwanda is rebounding from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic with renewed determination to realize our ambitious Vision 2050. The theme this year, Isi Yagutse, strongly resonates with Rwanda's journey of transformation. We have chosen to work together to ensure that all the citizens of Rwanda lead happy and productive lives, not living paycheck to paycheck, harvest to harvest, but are prosperous and financially secure, can access world-class education, whether it's home in Rwanda or abroad, and can shape our knowledge-based economy. Central to our vision is the investment in people. This includes the universal access to high quality education and universal digital literacy. Education has a special significance for me, as you know. Before becoming ambassador, I was a professor. And I can say that by far, the best initiatives in Washington have been the opportunity to engage with students and schools in our area and from various states. Our embassy has opened its doors to accommodate hundreds of students who come year in and year out to learn. I'm looking forward with much anticipation to visiting the Maranyundo Girls School and to exchanging with the teachers and students on how best we can enhance our collaboration. I also want to say a few words about technology and education. While digital literacy has always been part of our vision, the pandemic has revealed just how important access to technology and digital skills are. They can make the difference between a young person being able to continue learning and remaining connected to friends and family, to the world, or suffering from isolation and learning loss. The government of Rwanda has increased its investments in technology to achieve its learning objectives. In addition to building thousands of new classrooms during COVID, the government of Rwanda has made serious investments in teachers launching and in launching one laptop per teacher program. It has also substantially increased teacher salaries, recognizing the critical role that teachers play in the Rwanda we want to see in the future. Maranyundo initiative has significantly contributed to our national vision and has implemented similar initiatives. The Maranyundo Girls School has always been one of our best, one of Rwanda's leading schools. What the school was able to achieve, especially to keep students learning during school closures, was quite impressive. Through its distribution of smartphones to families, development of its own online learning platform, and its significant investments in laptops and internet access to school, was able to keep students and teachers learning and connected. That experience during COVID underscored the importance of that access to technology and the internet plays in a world-class education. And because of Maranyundo's investments in technology, the world has truly widened, like our theme, Isi Yagutse. I wish to acknowledge Sister Laetitia and her excellent leadership of the Maranyundo Girls School through the challenging times of the global pandemic. The investment she made ensured the students continue not just to learn, but to excel in their learning. She has expanded access to technology through both the one-to-one teacher laptop program as well as the one-to-one student laptop program. And she has shared her school's experience with the makerspace to neighboring schools. We know that when our students and teachers have world-class tools for learning and access to knowledge, there is really no limit to what they can achieve. I wish also to acknowledge Sister Marie Juvenal, the former head of Maranyundo Girls School, and now who is coordinating the Benevitira network of schools, and also here at this event today. Sister Juvenal has brought many of the Maranyundo schools' strategies to the other schools she's heading in the Benevitira network. So she's helping Rwanda get closer to our vision of universal high-quality education, and through her focus on expanding access to technology and the internet, she's helping Rwanda close the gaps in digital literacy. Finally, I would like really to acknowledge a phenomenal leader present here, Sister Anne Fox. She launched in partnership with the late Honorable Aloysia Nyumba, the Maranyundo Girls School. So Sister Anne, I hope you can see that what we have started has momentum, is bearing fruit, and will not stop. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you and to invite everyone here to raise a toast to you in honor of your contributions towards helping Rwanda move closer to the future we have chosen for ourselves. Have a wonderful evening, and again, thank you.
The Maranyundo School means many things to me, both on a personal level and on a wider scale, particularly with the young girls of Rwanda. The pride I feel today would have not come to fruition without the vision of Sister Anne and my mother. The vision, however, was fortified by other strong, resilient women who believed in the advancement and investment of girls' education in Rwanda. Maranyundo has propelled girls' education to newer heights through its academic excellence and its inclusive approach in how they recruit different students from diverse backgrounds. This great feat not only empowers the students themselves, but simultaneously weaves a new story into the tapestry of Rwanda's future. As you go on to undertake new endeavors, Sister Anne, I do hope they involve some trips to Rwanda. Maranyundo will greatly miss your voice, but I do know that those in attendance this afternoon and those who are streaming the event will surely uphold and serve Maranyundo to their best of their ability.
Sister Anne, a virtuous woman. Sister Anne, a pillar of Maranyundo Girls School.
Sister Anne, innovative and supportive.
Sister Anne, a woman who sees power.
Sister Anne, caring and loving.
Sister Anne, kind and humble.
Sister Anne, silent and hardworking. Sister Anne, our heroine.
Sister Anne,
our grandmother. Sister Anne,
sure, you have made it.
Thank you so much to Ambassador Mathilde for her inspirational words and for always being there to support the Maranyundo Girls School and all of the alumni studying here in the United States. And a special thank you to Sister Anne for all you have done for Maranyundo Girls School since the beginning. We are very excited to announce today that in the spring, when we were supposed to have our event for Sister Anne but had to cancel, we raised $50,000 in your honor, which will fund the greenhouse and more programs in Rwanda. As the students envision, the greenhouse will provide year-round nutritious vegetables and also serve as a hands-on science lab for them to experiment with on campus. We're so grateful to all of you who helped make this possible. After we had to cancel our event, our spring event for Sister Anne, we did have the opportunity to celebrate her in Rwanda and watch the full-length video with many heartfelt testimonies that many of you actually here in the room are a part of. So for anyone interested in seeing the full-length video, stay in this room afterwards and you can watch the full video with Sister Anne. So now I want to take some time to recognize some people who have been here since the beginning. Our amazing sustainers, which if you can just raise your hand if you're a sustainer. Our amazing sustainers who have helped start the school in partnership with the Honorable Senator Aloysia Anyuba and have helped sustain it over all these years. Our dedicated board members, who are also many in this room, can please raise your hand. Work and volunteer countless hours making all of this possible. And Sister Juvenile, as many of you heard, has joined us today. The amazing head of school Maranyundo for almost 10 years and now oversees all 17 Benefit schools in Rwanda. And a big thanks to each and every one of you for joining us on this ongoing journey with Maranyundo. Now, the way to make a real difference is to make a contribution. Your support helps the Maranyundo Initiative pay full scholarships for half of the 360 girls at the Maranyundo Girls School. It also provides professional development and tech support for faculty and students at other schools throughout the Benefit Network and Bugesera District. And as you heard today from Sister Laetitia, it's now helping to broaden these initiatives across Rwanda through the Maranyundo Learning Hub to schools all across Rwanda. We ask that each one of you consider making a donation today. Your gift can change the future of the girls at Maranyundo and beyond. Here are some examples of how far your donation can help. A gift of $100 will help a student with their college application fees. A gift of $450 covers the cost of a student laptop. $1,500 supports 1 month of stronger internet. And if you are so inclined, $9,000 will cover the cost of educating one girl for her whole 6 years at Maranyundo. Any gift you make today will make a world of difference. And if you make a gift today, make sure to write your name on an envelope. Everyone has one on your seat. And you can make a gift right now. It's actually very simple. You can use the camera on your phone and focus it on the QR code. So don't wait, donate today so you can make a difference. And right now, actually, we're gonna pause and ask that everyone who has either donated for the event, leading up to the event, or have donated today, to take out a pen. There's some pens around, and write your name on the envelope that's at each one of your seats. And Skylar and Jair, if you want to raise your hands back there, are going to come around and collect those envelopes right now as we speak. And we're going to pick out names out of the baskets. And Kelly, I'm going to ask Kelly to come on up. Yes, we have one more Maranyundo alumni here who came from Maine today. So I'm calling Kelly up to help pick out names out of the basket. So if everyone saw the envelopes right on there. And again, if you plan to donate, if you haven't donated yet, please feel free to write your name on the envelope. And Skylar and Jair, if you guys want to walk just down the aisle and just put the envelopes into the basket.
Yeah.
Exciting. Okay, well, while we're waiting for Skylar and Jair, they're going to take a minute or two. I want to say in 15 minutes, we're going to close the silent auction and announce the auction winners. So make sure, if you haven't already, to go take a look. There's 3 beautiful gift baskets and handbags with beautiful crafts from Rwanda. So go take a look, and in about 15 minutes, we'll announce the auction winners. And for everyone else, remember, if you want to stay and watch the full-length video, it's about 13 or 14 minutes with all these beautiful testimonials for Sister Anne. Just stay in the room afterwards. And for everyone else, you can join us outside for the reception with food and drinks. Okay, so here's your last chance. Make sure to put your name on an envelope. Everyone, Kelly, you too. Put your name. right here. Right here. Actually, there wasn't right here. All right. That's the champ. All right, we'll start calling from this end. So Kelly's gonna pick the name.
No, I'm
I know how to read your last name, but your first name is Isi Yagutse.
very nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Victoria. Very nice to meet you. Thank you, sister, for introducing us.
Oh, we're happy to. Yolanda Weston. And we have Julia Shivers. Last one. Ellen. Ellen Contreras? Ellen here, yes. Okay, so like I said, remember, this concludes our program, and we would love to see everyone out there for food and mingling, and please stay in the room if you want to watch the full Sister Ann video. Thank you all so much for coming.